Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Blu-ray Hunter. I'm the Blu-ray Hunter, Jonathan Moody, and I've got a fun topic to discuss with you guys. So I am so freaking tired of everybody telling me, why do you buy physical media when you can just stream it? Well, let's be honest. You can't stream everything. And sometimes the streaming only lasts like a couple years due to contracts, and then they're gone. Sometimes, like Tubi will put out a movie or a TV show or a movie, and it'll only last like 10 days. And they're like, oh, you only have 10 days to watch it, and then it's gone. But it'll come back and stuff like that. And it's just so annoying. I get so freaking annoyed by the question about streaming or whatnot. It's so funny when my friends get so excited about, oh man, I'm gonna watch the Christmas Story on uh Max, or something in Christmas because it's on Max in like November. But then December rolls around and they take it off because TBS has it, or something like that. And then they're all upset because they don't have the TBS app, so they can't watch it there. Things like that. Streaming is you don't have the physical copy of something. Like, let me point this out. Like Halloween. Halloween. You do not have the physical copy of Halloween if you are streaming. You don't even, and so a lot of people are like, is streaming dying? Um, no. Streaming or not streaming is dying. Physical media dying? No. Physical media is not dying, but it's not uh but it's because of companies like Kino Lorber, Criterion, Shout, Scream Factor, Arrow, all these amazing companies that are still out there that you should support. You should buy their movies, MVD, Kino Lorber, everybody. Even I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna say it, Warner Archives. I'm really hoping that because Warner Brothers Discovery has come together that they don't get rid of that because I really enjoyed their line, and I think they're still putting content out. It's not as much, but it's nice when they put it out. I have a ton of Warner Archive movies I just love. I think they're really good. Um, so I think more people should check that out. Um, I mean, Criterion has a billion things. There's Vestron. I mean, there are so many companies out there that are putting out physical copies of these movies for you. And even Sony, Warner Brothers, Universal, Paramount, all the big companies are still putting out Blu-rays and 4Ks and different stuff. I mean, I'm loving this, like I think Warner Brothers and Universal are both doing like their 100th, year because I think they came out the same year. So like I think it was well because 100th it was 1923 and like so they're just putting out all their best, projects, and films and whatnot that's out there. Like that's just to me that's amazing. So I always get really excited when people talk about physical media. Like this is why I watch these shows with some great physical media collectors. I started the physical media chat where every uh 2 episodes a month, on the second and fourth Wednesdays of the month is the plan. Right now, I think it's on the third. It's like third and fifth or something. I don't know. Whatever. Something like that. Or wait, second. I think it's second and fourth. Yeah, I think it worked that way. So second and fourth Wednesday of the month. It just to me, that's just awesome. Like I love talking physical media. I love getting my stuff out there about that stuff because I collect and I got into it because I mean, I was already collecting DVDs before I even realized I was collecting, like I was a collector. I just did it because I really enjoyed watching movies and I wanted to keep them. And so I feel, and some of those movies are scratched. So the great thing is when they get upgraded to Blu-ray, I go and buy the Blu-ray because I want to have the movie forever and ever and ever in the best potential, thing. I'll use this as an example. This is coming up soon. So I Mirror Axe Murder. I've got this on Blu-ray, and I'm glad I have it on Blu-ray because they did not release this on Blu-ray. They just released it on, I believe it's Sony just released it on 4K. No Blu-ray of it. That was a big contention between a lot of people. People were kind of mad about that. And I get it, but the Blu-ray itself doesn't have much added to it actually. It just has like I think it was bare bones. So, but I'm just happy to have it because, some places I may not be able to watch a 4K. So, not everybody has a 4K player. So, if I'm able to bring over Soy Mirror Axe Murder, but I bring it over on Blu-ray, that's fine. Um, I'm not picky. I'm not a 4K or a Blu-ray snob. I'm not even either of those like kind of I'm not a snob about anything. I still collect DVDs. Use this as an example, like that. Like this is a DVD, bought it. Um, I might be scaling down, like not buying as much DVDs for a while because we're actually taking a break on Indie Film Cafe for our haul videos coming up. So it's going to be the last haul for I think until the rest of the year. Then we may bring it back next year, which will be fun if we do that. But yeah, it's one of those things where I'm just right now. I'm kind of taking I'm having fun. I'm enjoying myself. I'm really happy, but I also understand that you know it is what it is. Like I love physical media. If you don't love it, if you like streaming, that's all on you. I'm never going to tell somebody that they can't enjoy it. I'm just going to point out the facts. And the facts are that you don't own that content. People think I bought it, unless you literally downloaded it onto your computer or onto a hard drive, you do not own that. When they have it on Prime or Amazon and you buy it on Amazon, it goes to Amazon. So when Amazon says, we don't like that title anymore, it's not doing us very well, let's get rid of it, and they've done that before, it's gone. It's out. You can't even, because even though you bought it, you can't watch it. It's gone. It's going to be out of your library. And people, people have got to understand, like, a streaming may be the wave of the future. And right now, a big part of the streaming stuff is what's being talked about in the strikes and stuff. So they're trying to fix that issues up and everything. Um, work out deals and with the streaming companies because let's face it, streaming is a new technology, even though it's been around since 2007 or 8 or 6, something like that, maybe even earlier. Um, it's been around because Netflix started streaming stuff. And I remember the day I was like, oh, you can actually watch it on your TV through Netflix. That's cool. Or your on your computer. Oh, that's awesome. I'd love to try that. And I did. And they would have independent horror films, like Chris Seaver films. Chris Seaver is one of my favorite independent filmmakers out there, making stuff. And a lot of his content was available on Netflix. Interestingly enough, he didn't know that as many because he wasn't in charge of all that. But I would watch his movies on, I was like, oh, I can just watch them anytime. Now they're on Tubi. A bunch of them are on Tubi. I can watch them at any time until Tubi decides, all right, our contract's up with them. They're gone. And then it's harder for them to find another home, you know, going from Tubi to Plex or Tubi to, I don't know, whatever other free streaming site is available because having a paid site, they're probably already, people have already seen it for free and everything. So they're not probably going to pick them up. So like streaming is hard to understand because like not everything's going to be able to get streamed all the time. And then they're going to have to rotate or sometimes they're they're going to be gone. And then the only other way to watch them is to either own them on a digital like video that's in your thumb drive or hard drive or whatever, and you can just, put them out there and maybe put them on a DVD disc or something, or which then why wouldn't right? But so you most likely wouldn't do that if you're streaming it. Or having it on physical media, having it on DVD. Once again, I love that everything's getting upgraded these days to Blu-ray or 4K, or both together at the same time. And to me, that's awesome. There's so many cool stuff out there. I discovered a movie I'd never seen before called Chilly Scenes of Winter, and I absolutely loved it. It was such a great, great movie. And it's only um because Criterion picked it up and put it on Blu-ray, and I was like, what is this? So I bought it and not knowing much about it except that John Hurt was the star and absolutely loved it and adored it and was like, where's this been all my life? But I didn't find it. I didn't see it on Max. It might be on Max. It might be on Criterion's channel. I don't know. But I'm not like searching it out like that because when I look on I mean so there are days I do stream. And look, I'm not saying anything. Once again, I'm not saying anything wrong with streaming. I love to stream. I still stream. Every now and then I'll go on Max and I'll just start looking up what's, available. Netflix. I Netflix and chill by myself. Doesn't matter. But I put it out and I watch it and but most of the time the ones I pick are things I'm more familiar with because I'm a little, you know, but that would be the time I guess I could be like, you know what, I should take a shot on this one and see if this is a good movie. Um, by the way, I will not be ever reviewing for Blu-ray Hunter anything I stream. Now, horror film lovers, I may do that. I may, or Indie Film Cafe even, I may review films I streamed, Tubi or Max or Disney Plus, whatever, but probably not for horror film lovers. But for here, I will review only physical media because this is a Blu-ray hunter. So I want to show off the Blu-rays. I want to show off the 4Ks. And I want people to understand like it's amazing. Like I love streaming. I love the fact that we're able to have that technology at our disposal. Like I love that shit. Like don't get me wrong. This was not, once again, not a anti-streaming conversation that I'm having with myself and you guys, but mostly myself. It is more of a it's more of like I love owning stuff. I love collecting stuff. And I just get tired of people telling me that, oh, you're just wasting your time buying that. You're just wasting space. And some people, that's how they believe it. They believe that it's wasting space and that's why they don't do it. Good for you. Don't tell me that I can't do it because I really enjoy it. Like this is not just it's not like a hobby for me. This is like something I like to do, you know. I want to own every criterion I can, you know, good, bad, ugly, whatever. I want to have a huge library. Right now, I have over close to 100, but I want to have a huge library of Criterion films. And you might be like, oh my God, over 100, that's a lot. No, that is not a lot in the world of like Criterion. Criterion has over 1,000 something, you know. movies. So I'm nowhere near close to where I'd want to be necessarily. My goal is to one day get to at least own half of their library, you know? Um, but we'll see. I'm not running to like I'm not if I get rich, I'm not gonna go and just spend it all on Criterion. You know what I mean? I'm still probably gonna collect as much as I can, as far as I can, and everything. And I enjoy that. I enjoy like, oh man, on the uh for 50% off sales for Criterion and Arrow, I buy a lot of their movies. I'm like, oh, it's still expensive. I mean, it's $20, $25. It's like, let's not lie. That's still expensive. $30 for some Arrow. Waterworld cost $30 because it was like $60, so it was half off. But you know what? I loved buying it, and I was very happy I'm happy that I own it now. Um, things like that. So I truly believe that physical media is not going to die. I feel like the people that put that stuff up going, is physical media dead? Um, I feel like a lot of it's clickbait, and I don't like that because no, it's not. And anybody who tells you, yeah, it's gonna die, are just people that just want it to die. They're not people who actually know shit. Um, if you look at, oh, I forgot to mention Indicator. Indicator's a great, company from the UK. There's a bunch of companies from the UK. Masters of Cinema, which I don't own a region, all region 4K player. So when I buy one of those, I'll be able to buy more Masters of Cinema, but I will someday. You know, Once again, a lot of this stuff's not a rush. If you are feeling like you need to rush and you need to save up and you need to buy this and do that, and have every movie that's out these days, they're still going to be there. I mean, they're not disappearing. Some movies may go out of print, but you can still find them on eBay. You can still find them online. I mean, they'll be there. Just understand, like, if you're collecting films, it should be about the journey, of doing it and being excited, each day that you bring home a new movie, and I want to watch more of my movies. I don't get a chance to, so that's why I'm really glad about this channel is like now I can review movies that I have in my collection that I just haven't reviewed yet, and stuff. And I think to me that is a lot of fun. Um, so yeah, that's it. That's really all I wanted to talk about. I mean, I've got so much more stuff I could say or do, but like really physical media, I think is going to last for a while. I mean, the only thing is like the problem with the technology is it's getting too advanced too quick. Like there's already cameras that can shoot in like 16K or whatever, like, that kind of thing. I don't know if that's necessarily true, but like something high up there. And so if the cameras can do that, then that means they can actually format it to those things. And so it's just like the technology is coming so quickly, like almost like every couple years or something, like the new technology is out. And that might be the biggest problem with it is just, you know, should you start collecting 4Ks now or wait till 8K? You know, well, collect the fucking 4Ks because 8K is going to come around. It's going to be expensive. And then once you're done collecting a bunch of the 4Ks, then you can go. That's my thought. A lot of people are just like, I don't want to upgrade because I don't want to, do that. And I'm just like, dude, if you really like, if you really want to see the movie in the best, you know, the best possible ratio and sound and visual, you buy the 4K, because that's what it's going to look like. Now, watch some of these videos that are out there that actually, I don't do this. I am not going to tell you I'm knowledgeable about any of this information. So just bear with me. But there are people that actually tell you which movie, like which 4Ks are better than the other 4Ks because of the sound and the visuals, or what are just terrible 4Ks because they didn't do whatever and whatnot. And I love those because it does help. A lot of people said the Terminator 2 looked terrible, and I watched it and I was like, I can't tell, like it looks better than my Blu-ray to me. That might be blasphemy to all these people who know this stuff better, but I'm not somebody who notices the stuff. I just do notice that 4K will make it look better. And I don't even know if that's a lot of my upscaling from Blu-ray to 4K on my TV, or if that's, you know, the way that the 4K is. I don't know. All I know is I enjoy it, and if I enjoy it, then that's all that matters to me. Um, what matters to you should be is if you enjoy doing it. If you stop collecting because you're kind of tired of it or something, I totally get it. I get it. Like, don't worry. Um, I I I understand. If you are tired of uh, you're tired of buying so much, then buy less, you know. No one's ever told have to tell you like you have to buy a certain amount of movies or you'll be like considered a loser, you know? Like who cares? Even if somebody did tell you that, who the fuck cares? Sorry. Who cares? Because the truth is it it doesn't matter what you buy and or like how much you buy or how much you have in your collection. I'm not trying, when I say I've got 100 or so criterions or close to it, I'm not trying to buy more than this person or that person or whatever. I'm just trying to get as many as I can. And I know a lot of people who have way more than I do. There's Daisuke Beppu. I love that dude. Two freaking rocks. I'm gonna have him on my show at some point. I guarantee you. I'm working on it. We've talked about it. It just never hasn't happened yet, especially for Criterion Watch. He would kill on that. Give me so much information. Ugh, just be like a library of info. Um, but yeah, that's the thing. I just there's some people that are gonna have more than me, and that's fine. There's people that are gonna have less than me. That's fine. I know my buddy Paul, who does Criterion Watch with me, does IFC with me. He has less criterion than I do, but he's very picky on his criterion. I'm not nearly as picky. Like, I'll buy things, I'll be like, oh, fail safe. Oh, that seems cool. I'll buy that. He'll be like, yeah, I'm not really that interested in it. And that's it. That's all he has to say and stuff. And then he doesn't buy it. Awesome, you know? Um, but that's the thing. You gotta understand. There are some movies out there that you're going to, you know, that are going to be awesome and exciting and whatnot, and you're going to buy them. Or you can stream the movie. The beautiful thing is there's some Criterion films I want to watch, but I might stream them first to see if I like them. Because I've never seen them before in my life. So there you go. Anyway, there's millions of things, and we have options galore. This is a great time to be alive in a movie for a movie lover. Seriously is. Like, you can't get any better than this. YouTube has movies too. Like, how incredible is that? We can watch stuff from like the 1920s, 1910s that you never would have gotten a chance to see 20 years ago, 30 years ago, you know, because either they were lost or just nobody ever put them out on DVD, 40 years ago, you know. So right now it is an amazing time to be alive for a film lover. And if you stream and or do physical media or both, do it. do what makes you happy. I'm just telling you that there are going to be some times we're not going to have something, and then don't come complaining to me about it because I don't want to hear it. Go buy it then. And maybe that'll be the time people start buying stuff when a lot of these companies, because I'm going to tell you, in about 30, 40 years, some of these companies are going to be gone. So those stuff that you streamed and you had, um, they're going to be gone or gone to somebody else's library or something, you know, and you will have lost now in 20, 30 years. Who knows what the world's going to be like. So who knows? Just saying, you got to be careful with your streaming stuff. And I would say just, you know, buy what you want to buy if you want to do it. If you don't want to do it and you're not interested, there you go. Well, I think that's it. I think that's all I have to really say. If you're new to this channel and you lasted this long, thank you. Appreciate you guys checking this out. I I mumble and ramble and do all that shit, and I'm just like trying to talk about stuff that really excites me. Um, and media collecting, physical media collecting is like my jam. It's my favorite thing in the world. Other than, well, it's probably tied up with my writing because I love collecting movies. I just can't really make a job out of it necessarily, like I could with my writing. I have a little bit more talent with that. So, here I just do this for fun. This isn't really more of a hobby. This is a way of life for me. Collecting movies is like my favorite thing in the world. So, if I were you guys and you aren't excited about this, don't do it. Just give it up. Sell your collection off to somebody who will be really excited for it. Because you know what? I get a little pain in my heart when I hear that shit. I'm just like, oh, you selling off your collection? But then I'm like, more for me, you know. Um, I'm very picky about, I mean, I'm very picky. I'm actually not very picky, but I'm very happy to go out and buy these movies. So, anyway, thank you guys for listening to me ramble on and on. I did not expect this to go as long as it did. I guess I had a lot more to say about it than I expected, and I kind of did like a little bit of a 360, and I said that right, not a 180, but like a 360. I kept kind of coming back. So thank you guys for checking this out. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to click like if you liked it, subscribe, hit that bell notification to let us know that you want to see more. It'll basically give you my stuff as much as possible, which will be very cool. So, thank you guys for checking this out, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.